stop being so humble about this. So he said, you're living in Scottsdale, everything is new. Nobody's asking you, nobody knows about you. Living in Scottsdale, you're doing bigger things. And from what I can see, you're doing everything. Now I'm seeing everything different than I ever see before. And I'm just real and different than I've ever felt before. And never thought that I would let myself in a new place. But here I am, just doing everything that it takes. Now I see everything is changing so differently. And I just wanna be something better than we could ever imagine. I would come love a young girl who was destined for nothing, just living on Now I'm living in Scottsdale, everything has changed. I've got more friends with me than I ever thought could be. Living in Scottsdale has done it for me. Everything better than Lake City ever did, you see. Living in Scottsdale is like a dream. A 13-year-old girl may close her eyes and see. Living in Scottsdale has changed the way I see myself, and you know it's everything.
Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait,
Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed gaming morning show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Lo is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emye clip, Emye Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. This is Gaming Morning Show, and it is the Monday edition, February 28th, 2022. Thank you for being along with us, wherever you may be, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or GamingMorningShow.tv. Sean and I have been gone a while. We're going to talk a little bit about why. We're back, but this was the unexpected thing right off the bat. Discord changed its damn layout and everything's moved and I'm mad.
Thanks, Discord.
What
We
the
missed
hell?
you too.
Yeah, right? We were just gone a week. You didn't have to do that. We wasted the good surprise on you.
Did you kind of expect everything to be different when you came back? Like, hop on Rocket League and now it's motorcycles for some reason, and Discord's all messed up. Hop on Twitch and it's like it's text only now.
Would
No
you
more
have been-
video. Good
would
luck.
You have been surprised if I woke up at 5 and went through every scene and made sure all of the like hotkeys. Would you be surprised if I did that this morning?
No.
Because I did. So
Yeah.
would you be surprised if I didn't even think about looking at Discord to see if anything happened over there?
Well, you probably thought about it and you were like, oh, Discord, the old good standby, nothing's going to be different there.
I am interested if you would chat. If you could go into Discord. Yeah, that Discord. And if you happen to know exactly how to move all the extra people when you're in focus mode over to the right-hand side, I'd be completely open to that. Be very welcome. So, yeah. Nonetheless, welcome to the show. It's a Monday, apparently. We are so happy that you are here. Coming up, we have the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. We have the Birthdays This Day in Gaming History that's coming up at 6:50 this morning. We'll have a list that has to do with sleep, and we'll tell you why that is our list. Sports, we'll play some community games, a whole bunch of stuff coming up in just a little bit. At 6:09 on the West Coast, I am JF Down. Started things this morning at 22 after 5 o'clock. Kate Zaid is here. Scott Chick has checked in as well. So the pre-show, nothing's really changed there. It's the same three, just hanging out before 6 o'clock. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
good to
like
see you.
the old constants, the old standby.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good to see everything that we left is still here. Kate's actually watching from the gym this morning, so good morning to you, Kate.
Nice.
Nursing Our Travel Bug is here. Good morning. I haven't seen you in so long, too.
Yeah, that's been a while.
Kasogo, Drew Mega, Earthling Gaming is here as well. Thank you, everyone who's hanging out with us this morning for this edition of Gaming Morning Show. We were out last week, and this week will not be necessarily much easier because we have a memorial service coming up on Saturday. But we lost our father-in-law this last weekend. And actually, it was about 1 week ago exactly at this point. Passed away early morning last Monday, and was a really neat person. Had a lot of things that he had accomplished and had done. Really cared about his family. I mean, I'm going to talk about this on Saturday when we're at the memorial, but I learned a lot about just valuing family from my father-in-law. And so to kind of witness that part of him, the pride that he took in his family, was something that I will always remember about hefty father-in-law, which sounds odd to say, but the reality is he's no longer with us. We're going to celebrate his life coming up on Saturday. And so there's still a lot that we're doing, but it is, for me specifically, to speak for myself, it is very good to do this show, because this is part of the reason that I have done better than I was probably going to do during the pandemic, and certainly in the time of grief, this will help me a lot.
Absolutely. I think we both missed having this as an outlet. I know for myself, all last week, just going to work, I went like 2 hours, made it 2 hours on Wednesday, and then finally did a full day on Friday, and having to be the person I need to be for my patients, whether that's faking it or just being in that place, was really difficult. And I know it would have been difficult doing the show, but having missed this as an outlet, it's really nice to be back. It was obviously a tough week, and losing someone close to you is always difficult. Even when you know it's coming, and it's slowly been building up for years, it's really difficult. But having all family around, all of his kids were here, and we had lots of family to kind of lean on and be supported by and support, was really nice to have that time together. And yeah, like Rand said, it'll be another tough week as we're, doing all the tasks now that need to be done, especially prepping for the service on Saturday. But it'll be nice to have some time here to kind of get away and have some fun, play some games.
We're going to talk about our topic of the day, Rare Diseases Day, or Rare Disease Day. We do a topic of the day based around days of the day, right? And what our father-in-law had is probably not one that qualifies for rare disease. There's certain diseases that are out there that maybe go into this particular basket. But what, I'm sure many of you can relate to, in addition to what we've seen firsthand, is there's disease in this world that takes people. A lot of times it's much earlier than it should have. We were fortunate with our father-in-law that he lived, life expectancy type life. But was the end of it as good as it could have been because of disease? Absolutely not. And that's why we put a spotlight on opportunities like this when Rare Disease Day is trending on Twitter, right? Be able to talk about certain things that are out there that are serious. I mean, we had a tough week personally, right? Because we lost our father-in-law. There's a war that's happening because Russia is invading Ukraine, right? So there's a lot of things that are going on in the world, and certainly want to acknowledge that. But we're also a show that gets an opportunity to spend 3 hours, playing with puppets and blaming Downs for guessing the letter U and Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. And I cherish that. I appreciate you all giving us this mixture of being able to talk with you, hang out with you, getting a time to spend with my brother-in-law on the other side of the screen, and be the silly duo that we are. I cherish all this stuff, so thank you for being here, chat. We truly do appreciate it. It is also worth mentioning, too, that we had to do last week, and all the hard things that come with that, especially the man on the left side of your screen. We were fortunate that it happened to coincide with a week where we were going to get to spend the whole week with Austin Attack. And I've talked to Austin a lot about this just in general, but Austin is a very special talent. Austin has the ability to convey emotion through a camera and a microphone, has a way to be witty, has a way to balance and go with the flow of what the audience wants, while also being able to hold a show by herself. And then obviously Austin has many more talents, including singing and all these things. That's all to say, Austin held down this show And then Look, It's Mike O would have been here. Mike wasn't able to, other than Monday's show. But Mike did a ton of work behind the scenes. To those two, I want to just acknowledge and thank them stepping up and being able to fill the shoes, because that's something that maybe I honestly didn't expect, Sean, when we first started Gaming Morning Show, was like we would have people that could help us out in a moment like that. And I mean, Austin and Mike did not just an adequate job, they did an amazing job.
Yeah, they were fantastic. And you know, we always try to have backup plans. And well, if this happens, we can do this. If this happens, we can do this. And you know, in this situation, when things started taking a turn, really like at the end of the week prior, we started figuring out options. And you know, we had options to run best of clips for 3 hours a day for 5 days in a row. That was certainly an option, but that wouldn't have been the same. And having someone to come in and kind of care for something that we've been slowly growing for a year and a half, and have fun with it and treat it with some respect and stay true to the show is just fantastic to know that we can rely on those people at pretty much last minute. Like, hey, you ready to run the show for us like tomorrow? Yeah, good. Have fun. We might be here to help, but probably not. Good luck.
I was able to watch a very small amount last week. I'm sure it went exactly. I bet Austin didn't even play any other games other than Rocket League, which, commend Austin, because Austin doesn't like Rocket League. So I'm sure everything went according to plan. Every single clock in the radio world was hit. And I don't even probably need to watch the VODs, do I, chat? I'm sure everything went exactly like we drew it
All
up.
the do-lu-lus were right in place.
Absolutely. On what is it? On tone? On pitch?
On pitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure everything was fine. To Chris, to Kate, KJ, Theo, Brendan, Downs, whoever made Rocket League and Stardew Valley, all the people who, Austin said this. I reached out. It was like within an hour. It was like I think we got pretty much the whole week covered because of the great people in our audience. Thank you so much for doing that. I hope you all had as much fun as you could. For those who don't know, Sean and I are brothers-in-law, and so when something happens with family, it often happens to us simultaneously, right?
Yeah, we did not diversify properly for emergencies.
So, again, thank you, Austin Attack 12. Thank you, Look, It's Mike O, and everybody who stepped up and helped us out. The only person I'm not going to thank is Discord. Discord can go to hell. So, Oh, actually, look, you're not that far off. I tried to set you on the gameplay screen before the show started, and you were like half-faced on the screen. And I was like, I don't want to deal with that. So, luckily, I think you're going to be okay. No, we truly appreciate it. Sports Doc wife is in the chat. Thank you. I echo what she said. Everyone who made it possible, we truly appreciate it because we love this show and we love hanging out with you too. So. Downs is assuring us all the doodle-a-doos were 100% where they should be, so you don't have to worry about a single one, Sean.
Perfect.
Oh,
go ahead.
I was gonna ask, do we still owe you any Rocket League assists?
I still need 2. Do I have a?
I thought we were done. I thought that's the one thing we accomplished before we had to step away for a while. We seriously didn't get them all?
No, we were so close.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Drew Megas pointed out specifically daily co-hosts were great. That's good to hear. Yes, thank you so much for stepping in. I mean, everyone has the stuff that they're going through on a day-to-day basis, let alone being like, yeah, sure. I got 3 hours in the middle of the day if you're over on the other side, or, yeah, I'll wake up at 5:45 in the morning. Sure, no problem.
Piece of cake.
Wait. Wait. Downs goes, is Bob back? Or is the part... Bob! You were gone? He turned away from me. He doesn't want to look at me. I didn't know you were gone, too. Bob. Bob. Look at... Bob's... He won't turn around.
Bob doesn't like it.
So who was Bob last week? Did we have a Bob? I'm thoroughly confused now. Down said we were all Bob. What?
We are Bob.
So like Austin did Bob lines? Oh no. I may have to watch that and see what happens. Listen, I just got done talking about how everything went so well while we were gone, and now I find out that Bob didn't show up? Next thing you're gonna say is K-Laugh wasn't there.
You stop watching Bob for 1 minute. He takes unscheduled time off.
I mean, I didn't even unlock the box, so I don't know how Bob would have gone anywhere. I mean, there's no lock on the box. Bob is free to come and go as he pleases. But... Kasogo, I think you mean what is Bob? Or why is Bob? Who are you? I couldn't catch up to that one going backwards. I should have turned around. Hey, Sean.
Uh-huh.
What is Bob?
It's undefinable.
Okay. Bob is divided by 0?
Bob is a collective figment of our imagination.
Oh, we're gonna get done with the show. We're gonna have to break in the chat. There actually was no Bob. Bob was us all along. Oh, apparently Scott Chick says Downs wasn't supposed to tell us. Uh-oh, Downs. Somebody's in trouble.
How many times during the week did the phrase "Don't tell Ryan" happen?
Oh, no. Well, clearly none, because as I mentioned, I'm sure it went perfectly to plan. The whole time. I'm sure. Name one time that anybody has not been able to keep with the format. Just one time. I dare you. An assist!
Oh,
we need one
that's
more!
one.
We need one
We're
more!
so close. I wasn't expecting one in this game. It was going horribly.
Bob, look at me. They want you to say something. Wow.
No.
Okay. Bob's angry. Downs goes, Chris got a little toxic with Raw. Wait, what? Like, throw the controller, uninstall the game? Or was getting mad at people? Chris! Someone has told Chris that on Gaming Morning Show, quality of gameplay is not guaranteed, right? Man, K-Laugh's gonna have a whole bunch of stuff to remind me of coming up. I'm gonna have to ask Chris when Chris shows up. I'm gonna have to find out what happened to Bob. I thought Mike was the one who always got like the PTO request, so maybe Mike got something from Bob and I just didn't know.
Maybe. Doubt it though. I think Bob went AWOL.
Oh, I got blowed up, or else we might have had a shot.
Yeah, it was close.
Go ahead and send me just a touch more if you could. Kasogo says maybe Bob is mad because no one asked him to host the show while you're on. You know, that could be. That could be. Bob, do you want to host the show next time we have to be unexpectedly gone? Bob?
No.
He was shorter with me there.
Yeah. I think he's had enough.
Okay. Fine, Bob. Fair enough. Hey, it's 6:26 West Coast time. I'll go give Bob a hug during the break. Okay, we'll see if that helps. It could. It's 9:26 out east. It is 2:26 for those watching in the UK. You've been out shopping, so we have to update people on what's going on that side of the screen in just a little bit. But first, it's time to get informed of what is happening in the video game world. Everything okay back there?
My Doolulu caused a little chuckle from somewhere over there.
Gaming Morning Show is broadcast in front of a live studio audience. Let's get the news. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Monday, February 28th, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. EVO's coming up. EVO is an annual fighting game tournament with all kinds of fun fighting games. But for the first time since 2007, EVO 2022 will not have any Super Smash Brothers games because Nintendo said no. That's right. EVO went knocking on the door, and they were like, "Hey, can Nintendo come out or can Smash Brothers come out and play?" And Nintendo was like, "No, they've been grounded."
No.
Yeah. So EVO, March 8th, 5 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch, twitch.tv/EVO. Yeah, not going to contain Super Smash Brothers. They announced it in a tweet a couple days ago. They said, "We've seen historic Super Smash Brothers moments created at EVO's events. We are saddened that Nintendo has chosen not to continue that legacy with us this year. In the future, we hope to once again celebrate the Super Smash Brothers community alongside them."
So this was kind of unexpected?
Yeah. It might have been expected behind the scenes, and they might have been trying to go back and forth to try to resolve whatever was going on, but no, it's not going to happen. There's speculation that this could be due to the fact that Nintendo's partnered with Panda Global for the officially licensed series. Officially licensed series of Super Smash Brothers esports tournaments in North America. And that, they're wanting to have more control and kind of do their own thing, but it's sad to not see it part of EVO for the first time.
Okay.
So, too bad. I never get too much into EVO, but it's still sad.
Let's head to the chopper.
Oh.
Okay. So no Smash Bros. Apparently Bob wants to fly around. Okay, Bob.
Interesting. Bob, you okay? In our next news story, not related to a chopper, there was a Pokemon Day stream this weekend, and we learned some stuff from the Pokemon Day stream. This took place February 27th. Weird. Still not. Oh, I bet I know what happened. We can fix this later. I think I got signed out on my stream deck.
Oh no.
Yeah, February 27th, the Pokemon Company had a stream to celebrate the series and all of the games within it. This is an annual event on Pokemon Day where they celebrate all things Pokemon. We got updates for Pokemon Go, the continuation of that game. We also got updates on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Pokemon Shining Pearl, and Pokemon Legends Arceus. And we even got the reveal of Gen 9. It closed out the stream. We saw a trailer featuring Generation 9, and it is officially Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So there you go. Scarlet and Violet. The region was not given a name, but it was shown off with sweeping vistas, familiar pocket monster faces, and beautiful use of color.
There's been more Pokemon games out in the last year than games I've played in the last 20 years.
No, the difference is you now have to pay attention to them because of our children. This is the normal Pokemon pace. There's always games and remakes and side adventures and snaps, and there's a reason why this IP makes more money than any other IP.
Yeah.
ever.
No, I understand that this is the way it's always been. I just can't wrap my head around how many games come out in a year's span.
Yeah.
I can't pay for it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. The new games, which I scrolled away and I already forgot the names of them.
Scarlet
and Violet are expected to be due out towards the end of this year. So we at least have some time before they're coming out.
Superphonics here said Gen 9 looks so good. And Superphonic, if you wouldn't mind being like my kids' official Pokemon supplier, that's fine with me. Every time I hand them a game, I can say, this came from Uncle Superphonic.
Which is fantastic. My kids, when they first started playing Pokemon games, and I guess it's true now too because I still know nothing about them, but when they started playing them and I wasn't sure how well it would go, if they'd figure it out or if they would need help, I was like, when or if you need help with this game, I am not your man. Yep. You're gonna have to FaceTime our other brother, my other brother-in-law, on my side of the family, my sister's husband. It's like you're gonna have to FaceTime him and ask him because I don't have the answers for you.
Or call Unkyphonic. Unkyphonic will help you.
Unky Super. In our last news story of the day, speaking of Pokemon, actual segue, an incredibly rare Pokemon card has been auctioned off for a record-breaking $900,000. This is from Ethan Gotch of Kotaku. This is a mint condition Pikachu Illustrator and is now the most expensive Pokemon card ever sold. This card is a holographic Illustrator Pikachu from 1998. Yep. It shattered the previous record for a Pokemon card of $375,000 at $900,000.
Wow.
That's a big jump. I could go for $900,000. Anyone have one of these cards I can borrow?
I mean, it was a big weekend for memorabilia. There was a unused Michael Jordan first ever game ticket. It was the only one that anyone knows existed that sold for like six figures as well. The person had 2 tickets given to him back in like 1986, I think is when Jordan started playing, and couldn't find anyone to go with him, so he just kept the ticket in his pocket. And then ticket stubs were starting to sell for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, so he was like, I wonder what an unused ticket would go for. There you go. It was like wow. 400,000 something.
That's a lot for a ticket.
Michael Jordan Pikachu.
Oh, Michael Jordan Pikachu card would be worth a lot.
Yeah, I bet no one has one of those. Actually, I bet someone does.
And always last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today.
Uh-oh. Okay. It's good to be back.
Welcome back. Thanks, video games.
Someone put out a game. Please. We could use one. There you go. Out today is absolutely nothing. Therefore, we have absolutely no name of the morning. And therefore, it's the only reason we'll be late on our name of the month.
Name of the morning goes to Gaming Morning Show. Woohoo! We won. We did it.
All part of the plan, more or less. So, we do name of the months. It's a giveaway that we do, and if you're a Patreon subscriber, you can get double entries into those. We were obviously, it was a tough week, as we talked about at the top of the show. We were also going to do a fundraiser last week for the Trevor Project. We had to put that now on hold, so we'll let you know when we are going to do that. We will also let you know when our January name of the month will be revealed, and then we'll also let you know when our February name of the month will be revealed. So we have a whole lot of things that we had to kind of postpone and put on the back burner, which means for the first time in Gaming Morning Show history, we will be late for a name of the month giveaway. It's very sad. It's very sad.
First time.
If you missed any of this,
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
and you can find us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Top of the moron to Groggy or Die. Good moron.
Top of the moron.
Appreciate you being here. Superphonic stepped in. So did Cylindria as we were doing the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. It is now 6:37. We are a morning radio show that plays games Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Coming up, we will celebrate birthdays this day in gaming history. So if you have birthdays that you would like to shout out, please let us know so we can celebrate as well. Downs was wondering, could the person who had the Michael Jordan ticket still redeem it? Instead of selling it for nearly $500,000, person could have walked up to the Chicago Bulls ticket office, be like, hey, I have this ticket from 1986. I didn't get a chance to use it. Would you mind if I could watch, I don't know, like the Wizards I see are coming into town? What do you say?
No, you take the ticket and you walk up to Michael Jordan, like, play basketball, please. I have a ticket.
Michael's just hanging out on the golf course, and you're like, please play basketball. You're supposed to be playing. Actually, I believe his first game was against the now gone Washington Bullets. So I don't know if Michael Jordan could actually fulfill that request.
Get the band back together, please.
They're the Wizards now. So. Also, just dawned on me that Michael Jordan's first game was against the last team he'd ever played for. Huh. Wow. Sports. It's crazy. Lady K says, fun fact, there are 3 main diseases which may have contributed to vampire folklore. Rabies, tuberculosis, and porphyrias. Treatment before the age of true medicine for, porphyrias is actually drinking blood. But because it turns the urine a reddish brown, people, often incorrectly, assumed it was because the person was drinking blood.
Lady K, fact of the day. Day.
Bob's back.
Thanks, Bob. Didn't miss a beat. Not a problem at all.
You're welcome.
Oh, look.
Get on the chopper.
Bob's in good spirits now. Oh, well, this is a little known fact. Bob you might not know this, but Bob has always wanted to take a flight in a helicopter.
That checks out.
Sorry. Damn it. Porphyrias causes hypersensitivity to light, including blisters of the skin, and even can cause liver damage at the heme in the blood. Doesn't get produced enough. There you go. There's more skin stuff. Ask your doctor if profiteroles are right for you. It's 6:40. Look, it's Mike O. Like we mentioned, did a great job last week helping behind the scenes. But Mike's also under the weather, so not joining us for At This Hour this week. So we will take you on a journey ourselves. This is a story from Ben Hooper of UPI that hails from Virginia. A woman has found a decades-old love letter, actually decades-old love letters hidden in their home. Went to find something up in the attic. Actually, it was concealed, so they didn't even know the attic was there. They broke into it, and they found decades-old love letters. And with that, they were able to connect their grandson, or the grandson of the letter senders, and the recipient. So they were able to like put people back together who may not have spent much time. This person was getting an early start to spring cleaning at the home and would discover that there was a latch panel in the ceiling. Quote, I realized there was a door It is not a door that had a key or anything. It was just latched at the top. Okay, that doesn't sound much like as concealed of a door as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be... We started a housing project. Oh. Why did
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Was it concealed or had they just not looked up?
Right?
Oh.
Well, yeah, led to the section of the attic they hadn't... Yeah, it wasn't concealed. They just hadn't visited it before. It's in the story. We just didn't go that far. It's like when I discovered we had a Discord.
Our concealed Minecraft secret.
Quote, I'm an 80s baby, so I watch Goonies. So as I'm rummaging through the attic, I'm thinking, there could be treasure back here. Could be a map. There could be gold coins. Anyway, they found these letters. It was written from a person named Vance to a person named Betty Sue. And Vance was in the Navy in the 1950s, wrote the love letters. Quote, this is one of the things. When we're not together, I know just the right words that I could use in telling you everything. But when we're all together, all I can think of is, I love you. Wow, Vance.
Aww.
My cat was purring for Vance. Even if the two writing one another are no longer with us, I'd love to find the family to pass them on. I know they cherish them, and it turns out they were able to connect the grandchildren of Vance
great.
and Betty Sue. So.
Betty Sue. What a name.
Actually, the namesake for the song Runaround Sue.
What a twist.
Vance wrote, Dear Betty Sue, why are you always running around? Did we get it? Do, 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 do.
Nice. Never need another assist again.
Yeah, I don't think they're actually going to do another season of Rocket League, so you shouldn't have to worry about
Nope.
Well, congratulations to Vance and Betty Sue's grandchildren. You have letters now. And congratulations to the person in Virginia who knows that they have more of an attic than they realized.
This is great space for storing things. Wish it wasn't so concealed behind that obvious door to the attic.
Tom, come here. You gotta check this out. Well, especially because the person referenced the Goonies. Like, I was expecting us to be taken apart, like, brick by brick. You know, part of the wall and stuff.
Nope. Just opened the door. Didn't even sound like it was locked. It was just had a little latch.
This is a weird place for a latch.
Oh, bonus assist. That's too many. Too many. I have too many assists now.
Want to give one back? We are a morning radio show that plays games. Coming up, we have birthdays this day in gaming history coming up. We do encourage you to check us out on Sundays at 7 a.m. Pacific time for GMS Weekend Edition. It is a week recap of the gaming news and some of the things that happened on Gaming Morning Show with Chris and me and Austin Attack. And then they'll usually have panelists and an interview. Check it out with Content Discovery, who our panelists and hosts are watching this week. 7 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Lady K said, sometimes there's false ceilings in the way hiding a loft patch. Okay, I'll buy it. I honestly, as a person who's horrible at all the house things, I totally would have been this person. Like, Sean would have showed up and been like, well, why don't we just go on the other side of your attic? And I was like, you can't. There's nothing over there. Then you would have been like, what about this latch?
What about this obvious door-shaped panel?
Oh, it's a door. Apparently, Kate called Downs a snitch earlier for telling us that Bob wasn't here last week. I mean, I think I already kind of have my takeaway. That's pretty okay. It's that of all the things that I did know happened last week, I didn't realize Bob called in sick.
Why do I get so many assists now?
Well, so you didn't see the fine print on your challenge. The moment that you get the 150th, or was it 250th?
150.
So the moment you got 150, you get them every time someone scores.
Great.
Well, that was unfortunate. We did so well that they quit.
Oh, it's all right. We can fill this time. We can show off my completed assists.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please welcome to the screen Sports Talk Gaming's assist. It's right there. Here, wait. Let me make you full screen for this part. You'll like this. Even though it's still kind of too low. Anyway, go ahead and do it.
We can go like, do.
Oh wait, sorry. I don't do the drums. Bob does the drums. Well, look at that wonderful thing that you got for completing that epic challenge.
Woo! No more assists ever.
What'd you get?
I don't know. Some skin.
All right, there you go. Bear is here. It's been a long time since we had a chance to see
Nope.
Bear.
Get out of here, Bear.
Okay,
you
never
weren't
mind.
invited.
Bear doesn't get to play. But hey, I said you went shopping. Did you get some cool things for the studio?
Yeah, I did. I got this.
What are you pointing to?
It's a camera.
Oh, so you got that.
So we got a camera, and really it wasn't for the studio. It was for upcoming vacations. But if I'm gonna have a camera with better quality capabilities, I'm gonna use it. So I now have this, and so that means I had an extra camera. And when you have an extra camera, you can't just like let it do nothing. So now, if you've ever watched the show and you're like, well, that's great, but what does Sean's stream deck see? Hi. Good to see you.
This is where you have your side conversations.
Yeah, this is. Come on. Don't tell Ryan.
It's a lot of mouth.
Don't tell Ryan. I don't actually have a secret, but this is where we'll come for our secret. Don't tell.
That's really mouth. That's like a mouth camera. That's a lot of mouth. Wow. It's 6:50 now on the West Coast. 9:50 out east. It is 2:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thanks for hanging out with us. Today, our topic of the day has to do with what was trending on Twitter, Rare Disease Day. Rare Disease Day observance held on the last day of February to raise awareness and improve access to treatment and medical representation for individuals with rare diseases and their families. It is worth spending some time in that Twitter thread this morning because, again, these are very they're unwell-known diseases. That's why it's got rare in the title. Point being is like, don't look at me like that. Uncommon diseases. You heard what I said. They don't call me a wordsmith for nothing. And it was in that moment they realized.
Today on our first episode of Ryan Defines Things.
Oh, please don't make me have another counter. I don't want to do that. Anyway, these uncommon rare diseases are one that affects fewer than 1 in 2,000 people. So that's just how rare it is. Would you look up, how many people does cancer affect? 1 in how many, right? Because that'll give you a good comparison. In the United States, the standard is 1 in 200,000. So it was in Europe, 1 in 2,000, 1 in 200,000 in the U.S. This observance sometimes occurs on the rarest date of the year. So they do it the last day of February. Even in the leap year, it'll be on February 29th. They can be difficult to diagnose, even more difficult to understand. While a majority of these conditions are genetic in origin, still others are the result of infections, environmental, or degenerative factors, according to nationaldaycalendar.com.
It's complicated.
Okay.
But it seems like the average for age standardized rate is about 320 per 100,000.
Okay. We're doing some math here. Carry the 1. Multiply times pi. Divide by 6 economies.
I think the answer is 69.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
Let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. If you would like to celebrate with us, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you. 2 birthdays from our audience over the course of the weekend. Both were on Sunday. MadArtisan had a birthday on Sunday.
Nice.
If you don't know MadArtisan, brought us the Puppet Pals. I'm guessing yours is celebrating with Nate.
Yep. It's not upstairs.
I found a second one of these the other day. I knew my kids, I had made Sports.Gaming and Look It's My Go puppets for them to play with, because I had printed off extras for you. And I didn't realize I made 2 of these. So I found like just one hanging out the other day. So.
Now you can like have a conversation with yourself.
Yeah. Hey there. Who's celebrating a birthday today? MadArtisan. Okay. It's your birthday song. It isn't very long. PDdoubleU is also celebrating a birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday to you, PD, as well. It's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Toot toot.
Actress Kelly Bishop turned 78 today.
Kelly played Baby's mom in Dirty Dancing.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Oh.
Speaking of Dirty Dancing, I kid you not, I saw a video clip of what I think was a high school game, basketball. A guy's going down the court on like a steal, so it's a mad breakaway. Like they're just by themselves on the other end of the court. And goes up, and this kid stands underneath the basket and throws him up. He like jumps into his arms, and then he gives him like a boost so he can get a dunk. And the caption was, that guy just Dirty Dancing that kid in for the dunk. I was like, damn, that's cool. That's cool.
Stay tuned later today when Ryan and I recreate that scene.
Oof. We'll have to figure out next hour who's gonna lift whom, because I don't have a lot of hops nor upper body strength. Other than that, though, I'm equipped for this job. Bernadette Peters turned 78 today. No, sorry, 74. 74 for Bernadette.
Nice. She had a small role in the TV movie The Christmas Tree when she was 10.
Did Bernadette Peters play Annie in Annie Get Your Gun?
No idea.
Sorry, I was asking Siri.
Oh.
According to Playbill.com, Annie Get Your Gun, the long-awaited Irving Berlin musical revival starring Bernadette Peters and Tom Wopat, opened on Broadway March 4th, 1999. I saw Bernadette Peters and Annie Get Your Gun on Broadway.
Wow.
That was a deep one, but we're back.
Throw it way back.
Gilbert Gottfried turned 67 today.
Oh, yeah. He was on a $100,000 pyramid last year.
In other news, $100,000 pyramid still on the air.
Yep. With Press Your Luck.
John Turturro turned 65 today.
Voiced Francesco Bernoulli in Cars 2.
I recognize this person. I can't remember what in, though.
Yeah.
Other than...
What was it from Cars 2?
Yeah, right. Actress Rae Dawn Chong is 61 today, Canadian-American actress known for the films Quest for Fire, Beat Street, The Color Purple, and Commando, among others. Comedian and actor Tommy Chong's daughter. Actress-director Tasha Smith turns 50 today, and writer Sasha Smith turns 50. I believe they're twins. Tasha started in Boston Common, and then Sasha is a producer and writer as well. Ali Larter turns 46 today.
She appeared in 2 episodes of Dawson's Creek before appearing in Varsity Blues.
Who cares? Because that show was silly. You have a creek. Can't even finish the whole show with person you were meant to love forever.
Can we recreate that whole show back by my creek?
Sean's Creek. Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Sports Doc Creek.
That's better. I like it. We'll workshop it. Country singer Jason Aldean turns 45 today.
Has been nominated for Grammys with both Carrie Underwood and Kelly Clarkson.
Rapper actor Milan Christopher is 38 today. Actress Quinn Shepard turns 27, and actress Scarlett Spencer is 15. Among some of the other birthdays on this day, it is the 28th of February. So there you go. According to Drew Mega, if I'm not mistaken, John Turturro is playing Carmine Falcone in the new Batman movie.
Nice.
Oh,
The
Lady K was like, Ali Larter was in Heroes. Yes, I was going to say, I think I remember. Yeah.
No, Heroes. What a good one-season show that never continued past that first season.
Yeah, we only will remember the first season of Heroes. We could be heroes! 1998, Nintendo put out Yoshi's Story. This day in gaming history is for the N64.
That game was cute.
Do you think Yoshi got a lot of people asking, hey, what's your story?
They do now.
Okay. 1998, Namco, before it met Bandai, released Tekken 3 for PlayStation. There's little jokes that we've built over the course of the show that just sneak up on me every single time. That's one of my favorite. I love that one so much. In 1999, Mortal Kombat 4, much like the remaining seasons of Heroes, the ones we don't remember, came out for the PlayStation. That game was so bad.
Yeah. Did you like the latest games?
Yeah, I do, but I like watching them. I don't play them. I don't know how much into button mashing type games I would be anymore. Although, I did notice that my skills from Mortal Kombat Trilogy and being able to do combos with Robot Smoke have paid off, because I use that in my everyday life. When I'm working, say, like a sporting event, and I have to run the scoreboard and do stats and update things graphically on stream. It's just patterns. So I just go in the same pattern. Same thing with combos. So maybe I'd be pretty good at it, to be honest.
Should give it a shot.
I have whichever Mortal Kombat was included in PlayStation Plus. I have it available to me. So maybe we'll do a GMS Plays Hefty Edition.
I like it.
That'd be fun.
I'll hang out with you, but not play, because I'm terrible at fighting games.
Fatality. So's Jeff. Don't feel bad. 2005, EA put out Fight Night Round 2. That same year, legislators in Illinois introduced a bill to ban sales of violent... Did I say violet?
I heard violent, but I was also reading it at the time, so...
Yes, I definitely said that one
in
correctly.
there.
According to Lady K, I already owe like 5 more of these anyway, so let's just go bump that up to like 147 or something. Whatever. We're getting back warmed up. Anyway, violent and sexually explicit games to anyone under the age of 18. The next year, EA put out Black, a video game for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. In 2006 as well, EA Sports Big released FIFA Street 2 for PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox. I liked the Street /Blitz /Hits games that they had. It wasn't all from EA Sports Big, but I liked all those games. The larger-than-life games like NBA Jam.
Yeah, those were fun. Gave a good variety to more of the traditional simulated sports games and whatnot.
2017, Sony put out Horizon Zero Dawn for PlayStation 4.
Heard of it.
I didn't know the Horizon games were from Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a first-party games.
Well,
made by Guerrilla.
If you want to watch Sports.Gaming play these games, you can. Out now, there's a YouTube exclusive. GMS plays Horizon Forbidden West. Episode 4 is out now. Tomorrow at noon, episode 5 will drop. Thanks for everyone who's stopping by, commenting, liking those on our YouTube page, youtube.com/GamingMorningShow. All right, next hour, we'll do list of the day and sports as well. Sports. If you've ever wondered on National Public Sleeping Day, because we haven't introduced you to all the days of the day yet, if you want to know about National Public Sleeping Day, we're going to tell you places you can sleep for free around the world.
In space.
So we got that coming up. Downs and Lady K have some things we'll share as well. We'll do that on the other side of the break. It is the Monday edition of Gaming Morning Show on February 28th, 2022. Thanks for everyone who's along with us on this particular show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv. Back in a second.
Myself out of this game, it feels like hell. Remember to still be humble when people ask what's going on around me. When people ask what's going on around me. Baby, you're my notice. I'm moving forward past this, acting like I'm so fearless, but in reality I'm scared crapless. It's my turn to change the narrative towards self-worth. We're changing things. Now I'm in charge Take a chance in a trance, paint it red, what a romance. Take a chance, one glance, paint it blue, end up with a rain dance. Just a bit stronger, an honor and a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this longer. Can't find us anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves of blessing.
Wienerina, such an unusual dog, so spooky and long. Wienerina, with the wag of her tail, on wings she should sail through the night. She'd like to play with the other ones, but she's frightened of the sun. All she wants is a little love and a little bit of blood. Wienerina, at midnight digging up bones with her pet snake Ramon. Wienerina, her doghouse looks like a tomb. By the light of the moon she sneaks out. She'd like to fetch a ball and play, but the children see her and they run away. Hear her barking in the night. All she wants is love and a little bite. Wienerina.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Become a Patreon. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Won't you adopt me? And follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Okay, it's been a while. It's good to see you. Monday, February 28th, 2022. La 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 la. You need New York. You love New York. You know you need unique New York.
Nailed it.
Wow. Me.
I got back to my desk. There was someone sitting in my chair.
Who could that be?
Yeah, Arturo. And granted, for those that like behind the scenes, I'm not in my usual spot, despite what it may look like. With everything going on, I had to give up the office space that's in our guest bedroom, and so I'm in temporary studio, which is the studio I was in for a long time back before this came into the picture, literally. But I have my entire setup on like a small folding table, and so like there is zero space. There's nowhere for Arturo to jump on. So in the mornings he walks up, he rubs on my leg, meows at me, and then looks up like he wants to jump up, but realizes there's nowhere for him to go. So I think he was very excited to beat me here and have something to jump into, and just sat in my chair.
Yeah, it's a good looking studio no matter where you are. You're very consistent. In fact,
do what I can.
You're like some say you're like the weather outside of your studio. Bear, it's been a week. Bear, won't you peek through the window into our room? Bear, vroom, vroom, vroom. Laugh at me.
It was such a good one. It almost seemed like you've been writing these in between the last time we're on and now, but then it kind of fell apart there.
What do you mean? Vroom, vroom, vroom.
I'm just glad you didn't try to rhyme it with something doom. It's gonna get very dark.
Welcome.
Morning, Bear.
Bear, doom and gloom, or gloom and doom. Actually, gloom would have rhymed too. Pickle Feats is here. Good morning to you, Pickle. It's good to see you on Gaming Morning Show.
Good moron.
Earthling says, I like the lighting in the studio. And then, again, it's another beautiful day outside.
Yeah, it's just a gorgeous day.
Wow. Do you know it never snows or rains here?
Don't look. Fixed it. Nothing happened. Yeah, just gorgeous weather all the time.
Of course, weather and traffic together on the 8th of Gaming Morning Show. It's 7:14, so that makes sense. Scott Chick is excited to see Arturo. I mean, listen, you get attached to everybody, and so when you don't get to see Arturo for a week, it's got to be tough. Luckily, we are back. It's great to be back.
Back, streets, back. All right.
We do have List of the Day coming up. Bob has checked back in. Big thanks to Austin Attack 12 and Mike O for doing all of the stuff last week. Austin was here every single day, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time, to host the show. Chris, Theo, KJ, Downs, Brendan, Kate, everybody who helped host the show last week. Thank you so much. We lost our father-in-law last week, and so we took the whole week off. We have another difficult week ahead of us, certainly. Everything is difficult following a death, right? And so we have a memorial service coming up on Saturday. But even like KJ brought us a meal while we were out. I mean, just so much kindness from our audience. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. It's been great.
Means a lot.
Pickle said, beautiful poem. Yes. A poem that I mean, like you said, I spent minutes on that.
Yeah. It was wonderfully written. The first 4/5 of it, polished to a T.
We played Ween Arena. If you don't know, Sean wrote that. Well, didn't write it, but sang the whole thing, all the sound effects, everything that you hear is Sean's voice or his instruments, and did that for Austin Attack's like Halloween party last October. So we played that during the break, and it was really fun because I like that song a lot. It makes me incredibly happy, and there was a reason I was bringing that up, and now it's because you're a cat. So look at the screen. Sean has this cat on top of his car in Rocket League, and it was bobbing exactly back and forth to the pace of the song, and it was great.
That's awesome. He's feeling it.
I caught myself swaying as you're singing Ween Arena, and then I look and this cat's just kind of going at the same pace with me. It was great. Earthling. Okay. Apparently Downs cosplayed as me last week.
I pulled that back out. It was good.
Oh yeah, from the 5 questions GMS.
Yep.
If you missed any of our 5 questions, we do have a playlist. It's where we have a guest on to talk about the stuff that they're making, maybe a special event, and then we ask them 5 nonsensical questions. And when Downs was our guest, dressed up as me, wearing a purple jumper, I suppose is what it's called, a jumper hoodie, in the Ukraine. Wore my backwards white hat with the UK on it, so apparently busted that out again. How was it being me again, Downs? Is everything you had hoped it would be, and more?
He didn't have the orange background this time.
Taped an orange background. That's great. So good. We have our list of the day coming up after this game. It's going to be places around the world to sleep for free, because today is National Public Sleeping Day. Sports.gaming. Have you ever genuinely slept in public?
Yes. Back when I was in college, I was a member of the USC marching band, and every year the trombone section would have our annual hangout and get to know the section party. And there's usually lots of food, lots of drinks, and then we would camp out on the practice field. we'd usually do it on like a Friday night, and then there was game Saturday, so there was practice really early Saturday morning. So we'd have all of our stuff, and we would just sleep on the practice field in the middle of campus. It was fun.
Wow, that's kind of
We
fun.
did that a couple times.
And that was more of like a planned sleep in public, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you ever just like nodded off and then been like,
all the time.
really?
Libraries, on the buses, I can sleep anywhere.
Nice. Yeah, I've long said that I am very appreciative, especially since we started doing the show, because I learned just how many people have a difficult time sleeping. So I'm very thankful for my ability to sleep almost anywhere. I slept a lot in movie theaters. Not growing up, but like early adult time. I remember I used to work in retail, and we had a big launch of a product, and it was on my birthday. And so after working like a 14-hour day, because it was that big of a launch, everyone was like, let's go do something for your birthday. And The Hangover had just come out, and people were like, that's a good movie, you want to go watch that? And my brain's like, no, I want to go to bed. But my extroverted social self went, yeah, absolutely, that sounds like a great time. I fell asleep before the title sequence of that movie.
Wow.
I was gone.
One of the best movie theater naps I ever had was they did live action remake of Disney's Peter Pan, and it was fine, but it was like literally a shot for shot remake of the Peter Pan cartoon. By the way, I got another assist. What a waste. Of the cartoon, but it was live action, and it was boring.
Oh no.
And I don't even remember why we went and saw it. It definitely wasn't something I was like super excited to go see, and I was tired, and I was like, I know exactly what's happening because I've seen the cartoon before. And very boring. So I had a very nice nap.
The only other one that I wish I had slept through was when Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man. But I didn't. What could have been. KJ is here. Good morning to you, KJ. It's good to see you.
Top of the Mora.
I appreciate you being here. KJ was one of our guest hosts, Downs, last week, trying to hold the fort down. Earthling? Oh, Earthling was on both Weekend Edition a week ago, Sunday, so not yesterday, but a week ago. And that was on GMS After Dark, so even Earthling's been on GMS quite a bit as of late. So thank you again, everyone who was kind to us over the last week, just taking care. KJ brought us a delicious meal. KJ specifically told me that KJ tried to make it less saucy so that I would enjoy it more. You accomplished your mission. It was very unsaucy. I loved it.
It was delicious.
We
I finished, ate some of those leftovers yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had my wife's immediate boss at her job also brought us it was almost like a catering thing from a local restaurant. It was so much food. I think we ate off of that probably for 5 days.
Yeah.
And we learned that we love their just basic house salad, but they serve it in this gigantic pan. And to the point where my wife and I now have agreed that if we ever get in a situation where it's I don't know what to make, we're just going to order that.
It was pretty tasty. The tri-tip didn't hurt either.
Oh yeah, they had pounds of meat, so you could buy chicken and tri-tip. It was great.
Another assist. I've averaged 2 to 3 assists per game since getting that last one.
These assists are so easy. Name one time we've had problems getting you assists. Just one time, I dare you. Lady K's with you. I remember the live action. Very much disappointed.
Not.
And so this was this Disney that made it that way?
I believe so. I think this was early, and I could be way off, but my perception is this was early in their experimentation of doing remakes live action remakes of their cartoons, and they've kind of figured out a way to do it now where it's true to the cartoon but not just a shot for shot remake. And I wonder if this one was early and they figured out that they can't do that because no one wants to see that.
Yeah, I had imagined that was going to be like what Aladdin was, and then they added like new elements to it. Even they added a song to the Aladdin one.
Yeah.
And I was fine with that. I didn't like the Lion King one. And
I haven't seen it.
Oh, and I'd like to give it a second shot. I kind of wonder if it was like circumstantial. Like it wasn't the right time to watch it. We were busy. Maybe we tried to just like throw it in there because we had just watched Aladdin. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen it. It wasn't one I was specifically avoiding. It just never happened.
Yeah.
So
we lost that one, but it's 7:24 on the West Coast, 10:24 out east. It is 3:24 for those watching in the UK. Sean did get another assist though, so we don't really lose when you get assists.
We need to get you assists now.
That is true, yeah. So the thing has shifted over to me. I'm at the point in my Rocket League Rocket Pass or whatever they call it, where I just need one more of the free challenges to get the like season grand prize. You already probably got it, right?
Getting that assist was the last. It gave me my 22nd free season challenge to get that reward.
And what was it?
Just a bunch of those loot boxes.
Ooh, I have a whole bunch of those to open from last night when I've been downloading a whole bunch of files. I don't know if anyone's seen the show Lost, but there's a bunker in Lost, and every 108 minutes they have to type in some numbers, or else the whole thing goes haywire. I've been doing that in my office for like 5 days, just every night, pushing this button to download 2,243 files, and I'm only up to like 890. So you should hang out with me tonight and play Rocket League while I download more files. So it's not going well. Oh, Brendan's here. Top of the moron to you, Brendan.
Good moron.
Dungeon Mouser KJ says, was it the live action that had the petite woman who played Peter Pan, the stage adaptation?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the stage adaptation. It was actual like film.
Oh, because there was also like, didn't they do a live version of it on TV?
Yeah, on TV. That was. I feel like I watched at least part of it. That was fun. I enjoy those though. That seems to be like a trend that has been continued frequently. We're getting a lot of those like stage reproductions on TV, and those have been a lot of fun.
Let's see. Down said, I hit the hat trick. Did After Dark, GMS After Dark, Gaming Morning Show, and GMS Weekend Edition in a 12-day period. It's such an honor.
Nice. And stay tuned for GMS Plays Horizon Forbidden West tomorrow, where we welcome Downs.
You did when we talked about Downs joining you. You said it was going to be for Fudge Village, so I don't have to be there.
Oh no, that we saved that for you.
Hey Downs, don't tell anyone, but could you wear the purple jumper, the backwards hat, and just be there for Fudge Village, and then I don't have to sit there and get the crap scared out? Oh wait, Downs is just as afraid of everything as I am.
Yeah, well, we could do that. Oh, we could just have both. You guys could have a scream off, and we could see who's the most scared of all the jump scares. It'll be fantastic. We'll have a little meter on the screen that, you know, like they like have at stadiums to measure the volume of your fudge versus Downs's fudge, and whoever has the loudest fudge doesn't have to come back for the next episode. So yeah, that's a thought.
I don't like that at all. That sounds like I would be subjecting Downs to something that Downs doesn't really want to do for absolutely no reason.
Could you imagine?
Downs is already calling shenanigans here.
Spoiler tease. You know, Socrates' brother. Kind of a jerk.
Brendan goes, Downs would do anything for love, but he won't do that. All right, let's do list of the day. Here's the days of the day, and this is important. We're talking about Rare Disease Day, which of course is a serious topic of the day, just because we want to put a spotlight on a lot of the rare disease that does impact people in the world. It was trending on Twitter this morning. In Europe, it's considered any disease that affects fewer than 1 in 2,000 people. In the U.S., 1 in 200,000 people. In addition to that, today is National Tooth Fairy Day, National Floral Design Day. As you can imagine, with a death in the family, we've been seeing our fair share of floral designs.
Lots of floral design.
I actually, honestly, just as an aside, I appreciate florists. Like, the way that they can see what that looks like and, build it in their head. Pretty impressive, to be honest. Yep. It's National Chocolate Souffle Day. Souffle Day.
Souffle Day.
Global...
I think just replace the P in spouse with a C.
Scouse Day?
That's how I would say it. I have no idea, but that's how I would say it.
Scouse Day? Oh, it's Global Martin Scorsese Day. Scouse Day. S-C-O-U-S-E, chat. S-C-O-U-S-E.
It's a type of stew typically made from chunks of meat, usually beef or lamb, potatoes, and onion.
Hey, stews are better than soups.
It's particularly associated with the port of Liverpool.
Oh, where the Beatles are from. Maybe.
Yeah, they're often referred to as Scousers.
So the Beatles were in fact Scousers, chat. Look it up. It's in a book. It's also International Sword Swallowers Day.
Put that in a Scouse.
Oh. And smoke it.
Sports Doc wife RN says she's pointing out Chocolate Souffle Day. On our first date, I made dinner, and for dessert we made chocolate souffles together. And they went horribly awry, but it was a lot of fun.
I'm happy I could set you up for that.
You did find the picture.
Let's do National Public Sleeping Day in our top 10 list. So this comes to you courtesy of halftheclothes.com. Okay. This is a blog about traveling the world on a budget. The headline, Sleep for Free Worldwide. Here are 10 free accommodation options to help you travel around the world on a budget. The author is the creator of this blog.
In space.
Gemma Patterson, halftheclothes.com. Number 1 on this list. I have done, and that's couch surfing. I did not have an enjoyable experience.
No?
Sean, I may not have slept in someone's house that they actually owned or rented.
Oh.
I may have couch surfed whilst simultaneously breaking and entering.
Did you burgle anything?
I did not burgle anything. However, I know some people who have had a very good experience with couch surfing. This is a website, y'all. You can go there and be like, hey, I'm going to be in this city this day. And then some random person will be like, you can stay with me. So, it's free. There's others.
Sounds risky.
There's others like Be Welcome, Hospitality Club, Global Freeloaders, Stay Do, and Service.
2.
Number 2 is language exchanges. Free accommodations in exchange for your first language. Isn't this what the Little Mermaid did? Whether you connect with an individual through a platform like TalkTalk B&B or sign up to a program like Pueblo Inglés in Spain or Germany, you're swapping your English skills for a place to lay your head. Okay. Sounds interesting.
Would you like to exchange your voice for a place to sleep? Poor unfortunate lodging.
3.
Number 3. Work exchanges. We've had a friend who did this. I want to say it was in New Zealand at least. He said it was woofing.
That sounds right.
It was like work. It was some acronym, I think, for work in exchange for some place to stay or food or something like that. But yeah, I think our friend.
Oh yeah, it's down here. WWOOF.
Yeah. So our friend like picked kiwis on a farm, and then stayed. And like another one did a job as a bartender and like slept upstairs. So that's a good way to go.
4,
Worldwide opportunities on organic farms.
Perfect. Just like I said.
Number 4, house sitting. Free sleep for pet sitting. House sitting's a fantastic way to combine the stability of routine with the adventure of travel. Yeah, and you get to hang out with pets sometimes.
5,
I actually want to do this one. I've long not been excited about owning a home, but this is one of the reasons I am, is because I could at some point say, hey, I want to go stay in Norway for 3 months, and then I find a Norwegian house, someone who wants to rent their house out, and we just say, hey, you're hanging out in Oregon, I'm hanging out in Norway for the next 3 months. Make sure to find that extra attic door that we didn't know we had. Please.
Yeah, that sounds great.
While you're there.
And now that we're meeting people worldwide, we can just set up some GMS home exchanges.
Downs. You want three weeks, 3 months in the Pacific Northwest? I'll hold down the pool table.
6,
Number 6, overnight buses/trains. Multitask by traveling and sleeping at the same time. Need a place to stay? Just book a bus ticket overnight and take a little snooze. Or news, whatever. You can news if you want to.
You can leave your news behind.
This makes a lot of sense, though. You need a place to stay overnight, just book your traveling for overnight and sleep there.
For our 30th birthdays,
7,
the aforementioned friend who did the woofing and I did like 8 baseball parks in 9 days, or 7 and 8 days or something. And that was actually part of our strategy because we were doing it on such a budget. That was also the person I did the couch surfing experience with. So, woof. A lot of things happen. Number 7, you can sleep in airports. So you arrive really early for your morning flight. That does make sense as long as you're comfortable sleeping. Honestly, there's a lot worse places to sleep than in an airport because there's a lot of floor space and a lot of like bench seats. I even took a sleep in an airport, like in a terminal that they were remodeling. And so there was no one there because the construction crews were gone, but they weren't like using it actively to board flights. So it was very dark and quiet. It was great.
8,
Quiet I'm gaming.
Yeah.
And people don't not expect it. If you're just laying in an airport sleeping, they're like, oh, they're just waiting for their flight. It's
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
What are you doing here?
Number 8, homeless style. When my budget was really, really thin, my travel partner and I decided to go to the bus station the night before departure and take turns sleeping there. Turns out tons of traveling locals had the same idea. Lots of public places where sleeping is acceptable.
I take a little bit of offense to that title. Listen, houselessness is a really big problem, so I don't like the way that you term that. They could have easily said, or just stay in the bus station, just like we did with the airport a second ago. But point being, get there early.
9,
You can do that. Camping. Sleep for free in nature. It's a good spin. It's a good spin. Honestly, camping is more expensive than I thought it would be if you're staying at an actual campground. Now, of course, if you're staying like on public lands or something where maybe you're not supposed to stay overnight, it would work. But camping.
Tip for trying to find cheap or free camping. Find ways to, whether you go to like a store or look online, pick the brains of those in the climbing community, because there are lots of free or really cheap campgrounds near climbing locations that no one knows about other than like climbers.
Really?
Like out near Smith Rock here in Oregon, there's a small campground there, which Hefty and I have stayed at before, that is near Smith Rock, that is predominantly people that go there to climb, and it's free. You just show up and camp.
Wow. So start climbing if you're looking for a free place to sleep in nature.
1, 0,
Number 10, one I've done many, many times, sleep in your car. Sleep for free in your backseat. Steps. Number 1, have a car. Step number 2, sleep.
I have long told you that I'm a man of size, correct?
We've heard this.
And you and I are of similar heights. You're a little bit taller than me. I can tell you that people our size can sleep in a vehicle, a sedan, that has the seats that open to get into the back of the trunk. If you put those down and you sleep diagonally, it can work. So,
Could work.
yeah.
I used to sleep in the back of I had a Jeep Wrangler for quite a while, and I used to sleep in the back of that on like climbing trips. I'd go by myself out climbing places, and I would travel at night, sleep in the Jeep, wake up the next morning, and have the whole area to myself early in the morning. But I'd go in the back seat, put the front seats, so back seat, front seat. I'd lay the front seats forward like you do to get in the back, and then you stuff the space on the floor in between them with pillows, and then you have this nice like recliner.
Wow.
And I used to sleep on that all the time.
Nice. Yeah, we used to drive overnight to Missoula, Montana to watch the Montana State game. And we'd always rent an SUV so we could put the seats down and then sleeping bags and padding and all that stuff. So it was good. It was good. Be safe, though. Let someone know where you are. Okay. Make sure that you have people who are aware of your surroundings, and obviously be as safe as you can when you're doing any of these. But that's how you can sleep in your car or anywhere else for free on National Sleep in Public Day, or Public Sleeping Day. It's now 7:40. Mike goes out sick today, so we've been doing At This Hour from outside of the newsroom. We're going to take you on a journey from Heather Lay of WRAL.com. Earlier today, we told you the story of the person in Virginia who found out that their attic was bigger than they thought it was. Now we're going to tell you about more history lost and found. A wreckage from a sunken 1800 ship has washed up on a North Carolina beach, believe it or not. Apparently, this ship is likely to have been under the water for a century. It was a ship in the 1800s that was pushed ashore on the Shoals Club beachfront on Bald Head Island in North Carolina. Quote, the King Tide from earlier this year revealed the remains. This club said on the Facebook page. Apparently, a king tide is an exceptionally high tide that occurs during a new or full moon. In November last year, this intensive king tide brought major flooding to the Outer Banks, even tramping campers. Oh, I didn't know that. Apparently, the ship has washed ashore, but they're not exactly sure why. The Post says now an archaeological crew is out there to examine the wreckage. They determined it was from about the 1800s, but they have many more questions. Was this a merchant vessel, a pirate ship, was used during wars? According to this Outer Banks website, which is the area, it looks like, the ocean around North Carolina, quote, has a reputation for being the graveyard of the Atlantic. Apparently, roughly 3,000 ships might have sunk along those islands dating back to the first European settlers. Even famous ships like Blackbeard's own Queen Anne's Revenge, which was dated roughly 300 years old, was found in the treacherous waters surrounding North Carolina. Some of the wrecks have become popular places for scuba divers to explore because you can get a piece of history. However, Shoals Club is asking that all beachgoers stay away from the remains to protect and preserve that while the historians discover more. They say they do not have plans to remove the remains at this time and ask followers to stay tuned for future updates as they uncover more of the ship's hidden history. Yar.
Speaking of history, I've told stories about a turtle I once had a long time ago.
Doubt it.
Named Scoots. Well, while searching through millions of photos in the last few days, I found a picture of myself and Scoots. We can show it up anytime.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to hold it up, or do you have it digitally?
I have it digitally.
Wow. All right. Coming up after this game of Rocket League, right before sports, we will have a chance to see the turtle that we all, who have known Sports.Gaming for decades, remember, and that is the turtle named Scoots, the red-eared, yellow-bellied tortoise.
Slider.
was in that moment that Hefty knew he needed a producer. Some new information in on the Gaming Morning Show. We're being told it is a red-eared slider.
Yellow belly.
Yellow-bellied slider. Lady K, the fates work in mysterious ways. They've decided it's time for us to rediscover... Yar! It's time for us to rediscover the ship. I bet if Bob was in a better mood, Bob would probably do the pirate joke right now, but Bob's still grumpy.
Bob's in a funk.
Well, apparently Bob took the week off last week. Chat. We opened up the show thanking everybody, and also admitting that we don't even have to watch any of the VODs because we're 100% confident that Austin did everything exactly like Gaming Morning Show was laid out, including playing Rocket League the whole entire week. We also learned that apparently Bob, though, was not here, and that's something we did not anticipate. So Bob was mad because I got upset with him to start the show. Wouldn't even look at me, Sean.
Well, I mean, we never got those windows installed, so.
That's true. You know, and to be fair, like, I could have unlocked Bob's box whilst we were out. That probably would have been kinder of me. So.
He had his chance. We put those holes in with the sword.
Yeah. It's air conditioning.
Don't worry. The swords missed me.
KJ apparently said that the couch surfing was the pre-Airbnb. I will admit that Airbnb, I'd rather pay the $20 or $30 more to have a bedroom on Airbnb than I would to save the $20 or $30 to sleep on couch surfing again.
Yeah, but that's one of the benefits we have now. There's definitely a time where that $20, $30 made or break your ability to survive the next couple of days.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we talked about that too, about when we had the Frontier Spirit merger story. And I was like, yeah, I'm at the position now where I will totally pay the extra $75 to take the day flight so I don't have to do the overnight flight. But I realized not everybody can do that. So that is definitely something I'm fortunate to be able to do right now. Apparently, Stadew is lodging for Stardew Valley fans. So we were telling you those things you can find for like home exchanges or woofing or whatever else they were. Yeah, if you go to Stadew.com, it's the lodging for Stardew Valley fans. Tracer said, I don't like night trains or buses. Yeah, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I think a train or a bus is a lot better when you have a travel partner, because at least you know who you're sleeping next to. That way, if I started to like nod off and I was on Sports.Gaming's shoulder, I'd feel a lot better about it than if I was like leaning over and hitting somebody who I don't know's shoulder.
Uh-oh. Gotta go to backup key.
Hi there. I wasn't going to call it out because I thought maybe you being in your location had to like dip out for a second. So.
No, I know what happened, and I don't have the fix right next to me.
Brendan goes, hey, this game doesn't look like Stardew. Yeah, it's Rocket League. The only game we play on Gaming Morning Show.
Stardew adjacent.
This is the part, if you go out of the mines in Stardew, and you don't exit on time, this is actually what it looks like when you pass out and they take you home. This is exactly what that view looks like. You just can't see it because the next thing you know, you wake up and you're at home. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, it checks out.
Okay, good. Lady K says, but the term yellow belly was a way of calling someone a coward. Why would they be proud? What are we talking about? Oh, no, that was the turtle.
Oh,
the
the
turtle,
slider?
that was its breed.
He literally has a yellow belly.
Dungeon Meowster KJ, I enjoyed my hostel experience in Dublin, London, and France. Granted, that was pre-pandemic. Yeah, I never did the hostel thing, but that was also something that our friend who did the New Zealand trip did at times. So.
He's come up a lot this show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, spent like, what, half a year in New Zealand?
Mm-hmm.
Slept in the back of a Subaru Outback that he bought for like $2,000 and then sold right before he left.
He rented it for an undetermined amount of time for $2,000.
Right. It was an open-ended rental with ownership.
This sure feels like an overtime game.
KJ says, I've traveled a lot, and there are a few places and types of travel and sleeping arrangements left to experience. Looking forward to checking sleeping in an igloo off my list. That would be fun. Where does one, like, I guess I'm curious, is, are you talking only, like, legitimate igloos? Or do they make, like, kind of those dome-looking things that kind of have a shape of an igloo? Would that count?
I think it has to be made out of ice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice, nice.
Baby. Oh, I was ready. We were going to get the game winner there. Let's try it again. Run it back. Doesn't matter.
Oh, nice shot. Look at that assist.
So many assists. Whoa. Whoa. 5. 4. 4.5. Wait, that went up. 3.5. There's a lot of half a face there. Whoop. Making things work. All right, it's 7:51 West Coast time. It is 10:51 East Coast. Is 3:52 now for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Superphonic said, we stayed in the hostel for my stag. Never again. I'm done with hostels now. Didn't you just have that last weekend, Superphonic?
That was the final straw.
Oof. It must not have gone well. Oh, yeah. Downs point out my Stardew corn wheels. Did you notice my Stardew corn wheels?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Lady K said, camping is good as long as you don't wake up in a sheet of ice inside the top of your tent.
Sounds cold.
I mean, listen, I've done the tent camping thing, and tent camping is fine. I've done RV camping. RV camping is fine. I mean, RVs nowadays, I mean, they're basically like apartments.
Yeah.
Even like, not in the size, like even some of the smaller ones, right? Even some of those that go like on the back of a pickup truck. Very, very nice. So, yeah. All right. Let's do sports. But before, we were going to see a picture. Is it still possible to see the picture of your red ear? I mean,
yellow belly.
That one, slider. Why do they call it a slider?
It's just a type of turtle.
Okay.
I don't know. They kind of look like those small sandwiches. So not only is this a picture of Scoots, but it's also a picture of me when I was a wee lad.
All right, let me get you. Can I go full screen on this? That cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Wow, you are a wee lad. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Scoots.
There he is.
Oh, he does have a look at the yellow belly.
He's a little guy.
You're the weeest of lads.
It's true. This was a long time ago.
Aww, you're so handsome.
Pickle says, I look so young and full of hope. It's before I was broken down.
I was gonna say, is this to imply that he's no longer full of hope? Well, cool. It's good to see you, Scoots. We missed you. Actually, you fit perfectly. You can put that back up. Hosting the show with us is Sean from 20 years ago. Hi, Sean.
This was probably 12 years ago.
No, I doubt it. You look so young.
Yeah, this was right around the time. Oh, yeah, see, it was June 21st, 2010.
Wow. You were right. 12 years ago, exactly.
Well, I knew, so this was from like the last pictures we took before we got rid of Scoots. And we did that like right before my daughter was born, or right after my daughter was born.
Don't worry,
So.
chat. He didn't do an old yeller to Scoots.
No, we gave him away to a loving family that had kids old enough to help take care of him.
The lovely family was the Remington family. A 12-gauge Remington. I'm just kidding. He didn't shoot Scoots.
You can't shoot a turtle. He has a protective shell.
I bet you can
Bounce
shoot.
right
I
off.
bet you can shoot. Oh, yeah, like the just like in the cartoon. Please don't test that. It's not gonna go well, I promise. Yes, that is the Scoots that I remember.
Does Hefty Wife remember Scoots?
It's not from Hefty Wife's childhood, so maybe.
Maybe.
I think my wife has just lost everything from like pre-college. So, Pickle goes, how do we know you didn't just put a wig on Scoots and call him your daughter?
Can't prove it.
It's easier on taxes if you have, a human dependent instead of a pet. So,
Yeah, Scoots wasn't helpful for taxes at all.
Brendan does say Brendan's never seen Scoots and your daughter in one room. So,
Checks out.
all right, it's time for sports. It's gonna be pretty short. There's 1 day left for Major League Baseball's deadline to salvage a March 30. It's not gonna happen, chat.
Yeah, no, it's not looking good.
And really, I mean, as much as fun as baseball is to go to, and everyone loves baseball, blah blah blah. The worst part is we don't get to play. Did the Mets win?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we still can. The answer's just going to be no every time.
No.
We could go 162-0.
That's true. It's true.
And did the Mets win? So, speaking of which, the Associated Press reported New York Mets have hired Elizabeth Ben as director of Major League Operations, making her the franchise's highest-ranking female baseball operations employee ever, according to a person with knowledge of the hiring.
Nice. IndyCar got started yesterday.
I saw that. I was actually watching quite a few sporting events, more than I usually do on a Sunday, and I saw that IndyCar was on. Did I click on it? No. What happened?
It was out in Florida. First race of the season. Was a fairly straightforward race. There was, one minor wreck, just a one car lost grip, hit the wall, so a few laps of caution. Other than that, it was pretty mundane. Scott McLaughlin, second year driver, got his first win ever, so that was fun to watch. Roman Grosjean from Formula One fame finished in 5th position, so he's driving in a new car. He's in the DHL car this year, and he seems to be doing pretty well.
What color is that car?
Yellow.
Yeah, I like DHL's colors. Of the shipping people, I like their colors the best. So. Kyle Larson won the Fontana NASCAR race yesterday, and then Marcelo. Stand by. Marcelo Bielsa was fired as Leeds manager on Sunday. They lost and dropped the team to within 2 points of the Premier League relegation zone. I was watching Ted Lasso. I finally finished that as part of my pushing the button file downloading session. And we had Terry Henry, I believe, as one of our birthdays. And I said Terry's name, I believe Terry Henry, probably. There's a great episode that focuses on the assistant coach. And throughout the course of the episode, he just keeps going, "Shut up, Terry Henry." And now that will be in my brain for the rest of my life. So,
perfect.
That's soccer. Anyway, that is the sports news. As far as scores are concerned, yesterday, your Los Angeles Lakers just got crushed by New Orleans, 123-95 in LA. Meanwhile, your Portland Trailblazers lost very handily to the Denver Nuggets. It was not a good day for your teams.
Bummer.
In fact, your Seattle Kraken lost 3-1 to San Jose. Oh, I'm being told in my ear that it's spelled Thierry. So I think I said Terry. Wait, is that the last name or the first name? Because did I say Terry Theory?
When's his birthday? I'm gonna go find clips.
I don't remember. Shut up, Terry Henry. Next hour, we're gonna play "Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth." I'm sure of all the things that could have happened last week while we were out, Austin stayed true to the spirit of that game as well. So I'm sure there's nothing that I will find out later was not the case.
No. Totally fine.
Yeah, everything's good. We'll talk more about last week as well. We'll give you some insight on what's coming up this week. It's good to be back. We missed you, chat. Thank you for being here for this edition of Gaming Morning Show. It is Monday, February 28th, 2022. We'll be back in just a little bit with more on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
Just tell me what you want to hear, since I'm feeling up with fear. Can't believe you're near, so let's stay right here. You're really making me see all of the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars. Oh, 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 when will you have time to keep me in your life? Oh, oh, oh.
We're trying to heist something from like a bank.
That'd be a capo keeper.
I was thinking like capers, like the little
What if it was like a
briny
little
balls.
briny ball?
briny.
Do you think anyone's ever planned to steal a bunch of capers and it was a caper?
Ooh, yes, I like that. Coming this fall from Gaming Morning Show, caper. Also, Sushi has an Apex. This is fresh, hot off the presses. I think actually Austin's getting the news right now as we speak.
Oh yes.
Go ahead and toss it to me then. No, not the pig. Sorry, this is a news term. But that was better than I expected. No, you literally did exactly what I asked.
Can't believe you're near, so let's stay right here. You're really making me see all of the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars.
Tell your friends, tell your mom. Gaming Morning Show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. A daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Hello, Grim Toga. Hello, chat. This is Bob. I can assure you that I am completely fine, and you do not need to keep asking Ryan, Sean, and Mike how I'm doing. I promise, I am definitely not blinking twice right now. To prove it, please note for the record that Hefty Goof is tremendously talented at rolling his R's. Thank you for your concern. I am fine. Please help me. I bet Hefty can't even roll his F's either. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, community games. Don't let the person hanging from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. And join us for GMS After Dark with Look, It's Maiko. Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. Pacific. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. It's like it tickles the throat in a way that it hasn't.
You're one for 3 today.
Wow, and I was drinking water right before that too. Me. Man, you know how they say you have to practice to keep all the muscles going and everything? Apparently 1 week is enough for it to crush my... Maybe Fulfillment forgot to send us new M's.
Who knows?
Maybe we'll never know. This is Gaming Morning Show. We're on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. We're on Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. It's a morning radio show that plays games. Coming up on Wednesday, GMS After Dark with Look It's Maiko, as Bob mentioned during the break. You can check it out. It's kind of a late-night style show of 90 minutes long. Maiko usually has a guest. They play a game or talk about certain things. Last time that I was able to watch, because I wasn't able to watch Earthling's episode last week, which I believe had to do with aliens, right, Earthling? Was Oof, That's Hot with I Am JF Downs, where they eat hot stuff for no reason, and Mike cries. We were hanging out together watching JF Downs and Mike play Oof, That's Hot on silent. So we couldn't hear what they were saying. And Sean and I both looked at each other. We're like, I thought Mike said he wasn't going to do this again.
He seemed pretty set on never doing it again.
Yeah. Chris M.E. is here. Perfect timing because it's...
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
Time. It's the 8 o'clock hour, 8:11 West Coast, 11:11 out on the East Coast. It is 4:11 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Hello, FHC.
Snufkin is here. JF Downs is here. Chris M.E. Dungeon Meowster KJ, thank you for being here.
Greetings, Final Hour crew ambassador Chris M.E.
I just said that. But the other ambassador, hey, it's Brendan_TTV is here as well. Scott Chick, Earthling Gaming, Superphonic, many others hanging out with us throughout the course of the morning. Pickle Feet's key member of the FHC has been with us throughout the course of the day as well. We saw the likes of Drew Mega and Tracer and Kasogo this morning. Lady K has been here quite a bit, and many others. Thank you for hanging out with us in chat. Today is Rare Disease Day. It's trending on Twitter, and it gives us an opportunity to spotlight some of the rarest of diseases that are in this world. We talked about contrasting some that may affect 1 in 2,000 people, which is kind of the definition according to the National Day calendar in Europe, or 1 in 200,000 people, as the standard is in the United States according to nationaldaycalendar.com. And we did that because last week we weren't able to be here. Our father-in-law passed away. It was about a week ago today. And so we had the opportunity in the first hour, and we'll do again now, to say a big thank you to Austin Attack 12, Look It's Maiko, for really carrying the weight of the show, especially Austin having to do all 3 hours every single day last week. I just can't say enough of how kind that was for Austin, to get basically us saying, hey, I know we were supposed to get to spend all week together and it's going to be a lot of fun, but hey, instead, could you just find a bunch of other people to help you host? We can't be there. So, yeah, it was sad.
It worked out.
But Austin did a great job. Maiko helped as much as he could, both on air and behind the scenes. The likes of said Chris M.E., Kate, KJ, Theo was here as usual. I think Brendan guest hosted one day. Downs was here for one show as well. And everyone else who made it possible to keep the show going while we were gone. We are very appreciative of this audience to be able to do that. So thank you so much for taking care of us last week. I shared that my father-in-law had an impact on me from a family perspective. The other thing that made me laugh last week, for what it's worth, it just shows you how much time we spend with everybody, including our GMS hosts, is Look It's Maiko, right? It has a very catchy name. Our father-in-law's middle name begins with an O, and at some point, someone mentioned that first name, middle initial, last name. And I was like, look, it's... And so I don't know if I'm supposed to share his first name, so I'm going to call him Jacob. And I was like, oh, look, it's Jacob O. So if I can, because I got the opportunity to type and edit the obituary, do you think they'd be mad if I snuck that in there somewhere?
No, I think that'd be totally fine.
As he was commonly referred to, look, it's Jacob O. I'm sure nobody will care. Maybe I can get, because these go online in the newspaper, maybe I can get them to print it in like that superscript where it's like itty bitty, really tiny, like an exponent. Yeah.
Only we will know.
Sean can attest too, without the outlet of the show, my brain was taking over in ways that it wasn't supposed to last week.
It was an adventure.
I wonder if it's like part just the way I am, but also maybe part of like my coping mechanism, I suppose. But yeah, like my brain was just hitting, and you just said something that made me think of a walking we will go. Remember that song? A walking we will go, a walking we... Hi, something like that, right? It's some children's song.
Oh, I think I said only we will know.
Only we will know. Only we will know. Hi, ho, the Dario. Look at Jacobo. We just made a song that Mike can use now.
We trademarked it though. So
Yeah. Not using
we
it.
have to pay for it.
Oh, I remember this on my own, even without Calaf here. So this is helpful. Chris M.E. I feel like I gotta interrogate Chris for a second. Is it true that last week you were, in fact, toxic whilst playing Rocket League? Because of all the kind things that everyone had to say when we brought this up in the first hour. Austin did a great job. All the guest hosts, it was great. Someone's like, but Chris was super toxic in Rocket League. Chris, what happened? I mean, if any of us who had a reason to be toxic in Rocket League was the last week we were on, trying to get you those damn assists.
Oh, man. How stressful. And then we've gotten like 20 today.
Oh, that's true. Kate had a point. Yeah, Downs totally told us. Yeah, Downs called you out, Chris. Okay, this is never a good thing. Chris goes, I was not that toxic. He put emphasis on not. I put it on that. Uh-oh. Which day was this? Touch of Yoster KJ can confirm. Chris, what happened? Downs goes, me? Question mark. Oh, KJ's categorizing it as mildly toxic.
Toxic light.
It's like the warm front's moving in, but we're gonna expect a mild toxicity instead of full toxicity. Do you want to know where that toxicity might impact us? In our city. Chris goes, I just wanted to win one. Oh, you didn't win any games? Oh, no. Chris says, I was trying to call out plays so Austin wouldn't ram me. It didn't work. Oh, no. Could you imagine playing this game, Sean, and getting rammed unexpectedly by a teammate?
It never happens.
Couldn't be you. KJ goes, like, Kiki level toxic, except not funny, just meanish. Love you, Chris. Did someone clip any of this? Wait. Wait. Wasn't Clip ME on Saturday? Did you get a clip of you being toxic? That's hilarious.
If not, that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, if you don't know, chat, Chris is one of the ambassadors, Final Hour crew, as we mentioned, but also the host of the Clip ME show, which is Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time every other week. They look at the best clips of the fortnight, I believe, as Sean has titled it. Chris, no one clipped it. Okay.
We'll go find it.
I'm sorry, what? Brendan, meanwhile, Austin gave Downs the D on a daily basis. like the lost city of D? Like Downs' keyboard was malfunctioning? Wait, Austin remembered it was supposed to be a PG-13 show, right? Nice. Coming up next
a couple
week,
assists.
Austin Attack hosts GMS After Dark. Oh, Downs goes, we were too scared to clip. Chris, are you intimidating people? now we're gonna have probably HR investigate. Oof. But you know, it's to be expected. It was a last minute change. I'm sure not everybody could be expected to be on their bestest behavior, so. Chris, don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. Was a real adventure? Oh no.
What's our record at?
Well, I was gonna say, unlike it usually is. We're very cool, calm, and collected when it comes to don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. Nice. We've never had so many U's guessed. I thought Downs guesses you every single game. Brendan just guessed you. We're not even playing yet. Oh my gosh. Lady K, I would have clipped it if I was here. I'm kind of fearless. Chris, HR would see the gameplay and understand my position. Oh no. We honestly really haven't had a chance to talk to Austin or Mike yet. So I'm going to have to ask Austin about this toxic Rocket League game.
No, I know what I'm doing this afternoon.
Well, so did it get better as the week went on? Like, was Downs any better at Rocket League? Well, less toxic in Rocket League? Or Brendan? Brendan goes, we did make it like to 51 or 41, but it was chaos along the way. I wish we could add, we should quit using the built-in don't let the person floating from the balloons counter and make our own.
Yeah.
Wait. Chris says Austin changed games after Monday. Like, you didn't play Rocket League? Chris, did you ruin Rocket League for Austin? Although, is that possible? I don't know if Austin ever could be in a place with Rocket League to have it ruined, if that makes sense. I don't think Austin ever
you
liked
can't ruin
Rocket
something
League.
that's already broken.
Yeah, exactly. We lost.
Yeah. That was terrible.
We played Stardew Valley. Okay. So I guess what we learned is when Austin feels attacked, Austin goes to the safe place of Star. There you go. All right, well, there you go. It's 8:23 now, West Coast time. It's 11:23 out east. It is 4:23 for those watching GMS in the UK. Oh no. Downs, Chris ruined Rocket League for everyone.
Oh no.
I'll be sending you a calendar invite when HR is ready, Chris. So it's rough. Thank you for being here. This is Gaming Morning Show. We are a morning radio show that plays games. In addition to us talking about rare diseases, and you are more than welcome, chat, to share anyone that you know of or how you've been impacted by something that's rare, as in 1 in 2,000 or 1 in 200,000, as we talked about Europe and the U.S. respectively. This was first observed in Europe in 2008. Rare Disease Day was established by Eurodis, the Europe Rare Disease Organization. And then in 2009, NORD was asked by Eurodis to sponsor Rare Disease Day in the United States. NORD accepted, and 2014 celebrates the 6th annual Rare Disease Day. So this is actually a fairly recent day of the day. So. It is also National Tooth Fairy Day, National Floral Design Day, National Chocolate Souffle Day, Global Scouse Day, National Public Sleeping Day, and International Sword Swallowers Day. So. Do you have any pictures of this souffle that you said you made with your now wife?
No, I don't think I couldn't find any.
They didn't have
pictures
back then.
Yeah, I didn't have a fancy phone that took nice pictures, so probably didn't take any pictures.
it wouldn't have done the souffle justice. Like, there was no camera quality that you could get that would show just how great these souffles were.
It was less souffle and more, like, slightly baked chocolate pudding. It was also delicious. Just wasn't very souffle-like.
All right, it's time for Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. We're going to start off with animals. If you would like to see how good we are at this game.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, ! DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
We are on hard strength right now, and I believe our record is like 129. We are at 50 right now, so 50 is our record as we sit. Downs guesses D, and KJ guesses U. So,
it's like it was rehearsed.
Downs is like, KJ, guess U for me so they don't keep blaming me. Hey Downs, I feel for you. You guess one time the letter U, and all you do is ruin the game for everybody. And everyone gives you crap about it forever. And then it hits. They got a point.
Yep. But Downs' D did not hit, so way to go, Downs.
Downs goes, I should have gone U. Maybe this is duck spelled backwards.
Or something else spelled backwards.
Have you ever seen that SNL skit, Jingleheimer Junction?
No,
it's
I don't
got
think
Tim
so.
Meadows as like a kids TV show host, and it's like, let's meet the letter gang, and it's Cameron Diaz was the host, and so they come out and they're like K, C, U, and so they're just hanging out with Jingleheimer Jim or whatever his name was, and they're like, hey, great news, Jingleheimer Jim, we got a new friend, and then Will Ferrell comes out with the letter F on his shirt, and the whole thing that ensues is hilarious. So. Duck spelled backwards. I'll put it in Discord.
You should. I want to watch it.
So, Downs, are you the one who's cursed by the letter U? Every time you guess it, it's wrong, and every time someone else guesses it, it hits?
Seems that way.
I'm beginning to see, like, Downs has, like, this long, storied history about the letter U. It's like tormented him his whole life. We got a B from Sports.Gaming. S from KJ. W. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Well, tell us.
It's blue whale.
Blue whale.
Straight to let someone get it.
You're cracked. Cracked. Chris is right on your heels.
Just trying to ease people into it.
Wait. Did we lose last time? Because my saved balloons is at 2.
Yeah, we did lose it at one point. It was either Friday or it was like one of the last shows we did.
Really? Brendan guesses you and it hits.
Wow.
Sorry, spoiler tease. My fault. I forgot you need me to wait like 10 seconds so you can see it.
Spoiler tease.
Downs goes, ever since Sesame Street was sponsored by the letter U, my life has never been the same. Or maybe Downs has always had a bad experience with female sheep. And then the D popped.
Incorrect.
Did you just make exclamation point you shriek?
Sure did.
Could you change it to say longest streak of you hits 2, and then in parentheses, none of which were guessed by Downs? Downs is so mad. Oh my gosh. Downs. This is official crayon colors, by the way, if you didn't know what we were trying to solve.
Oh, man. So good.
Downs is cursed. No, you. There was a basketball coach that I knew one time who had a basketball player on his team named Dave, and they called him Ave because he was so bad at defense he had no D. You all need to see the Downs is cracked clip. Oh no! If you can put it in Discord or even like put it to the bottom, that would be helpful, Chris. Thank you if you already posted it in there. Does anyone know what the damn puzzle is?
No.
Is it? It's not turquoise, no. C from KJ. He's cursed with no U.
When he does his Hefty Goof cosplay, he should just wear a white hat that just has a K on it. No U.
Oh, that would be so good. And it's now 4:32 for those watching in the K. That's how Downs would do it. Good morning, says. Good to see you. Thanks for being here with the final hour crew.
Hello, FHC.
Q&A.
Yes.
Oh, man, you're 2 for 2. Look at you. Aquamarine.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, you did. You get credit. Cracked.
Nice.
Well, we've banked 5. I'm disappointed, though. I didn't remember us losing.
Bummer.
Congratulations. So,
Thank you.
oh, KJ is informing us it's the March birthday stone. Imagine not knowing that. It's not like I should.
There's no reason why you would need to know that.
Nope. Don't know anyone who has a birthday in March, that's for sure.
Nope.
Yee.
Definitely not.
In a completely unrelated note, I love my wife. Okay.
Yeah.
It's 8:33.
It's Monday this year. We can celebrate.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about some things.
Mm-hmm.
Psych. 11:33 on the East Coast. 4:33 for those watching in the UK. We're gonna tell you a story coming up in just a little bit about Beargate 2020. Mike's not feeling well today, so Mike's out of the newsroom. So we've been sharing the stories over here on this side. We also had talked about, again, all the thank you to Austin and Mike and everybody who guest hosted last week and just made everything. I mean, even we had people offering to run social media for us. Like, you all were super kind, and I can't say thank you enough for offering to do that. Last week was tough. But we have the celebration of life coming up on Saturday for our father-in-law. And so this week won't be easy. But I will say, we're about, 30 minutes into the show. I can't thank you enough. I mean, even Sean and I haven't been able to spend a ton of time just hanging out together over the last week. And so just getting a chance to do this show with you has always made me feel better, even in less difficult times. I mean, the death of a family member is one of the most difficult times you can go through. But just when again, I wake up at 5 something in the morning and I'm like, God, I just don't feel today. I don't know how many of you have those kind of days, but I have them occasionally where it's like, I just don't feel today. I don't feel like this is going to be a fun day. I don't want to do today. And then we do this show, and everything that I don't enjoy in life kind of just fades away for a little bit. This is my spot. Being able to be in front of a microphone is a place where I'm extremely comfortable and extremely happy. But then to get to do the show with great people, that's what I've always dreamed about. I've never had this opportunity in all the 20-some years I've done radio. So it means a lot to me that everyone would spend time with us. And it's been a difficult week. So the fact that you are all here, and then, of course, Kathleen L. is going to send everyone over here as well. Thank you so much for being here. It is the Monday show, Gaming Morning Show. That is Sean on the left side of your screen. I'm Hefty Goof. We were just talking about our last week. We are a morning radio show that plays games. If you don't know Kathleen L., Kathleen is a former 5 Questions GMS guest, told us a story, probably one of the best stories of all time on 5 Questions GMS, about denting Bruce Springsteen's guitar with a mammoth tusk, as one does.
That.
Right. Kathleen, thank you for sending everyone over here. We are on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv, morning radio show that plays games. So we're not your traditional stream. We appreciate you hanging out with us. We do enjoy everyone watching, listening where you can. We're going to have takeaways that were pretty okay, clip of the day coming up, and the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News in about 15 minutes from now. So we'll recap the headlines of the day. But Sean and I are brothers-in-law. And so we recently lost our father-in-law. In fact, it was 1 week ago today. So we were talking about all of the folks in our audience who spent time kind of filling in for us. Austin Attack 12 is one of our regular hosts. Look, it's Mike O. Likewise. And they're both streamers as well. You can follow them in those 2 places. But this is our first show back. We took the whole week off last week. And many other people filled in for us. In fact, Look, It's Mike O is the reason we found Kathleen in the first place. If you don't know Kathleen, amazing singer-songwriter of really fun streams, does both in-studio stuff and then also does a lot of the streams from when Kathleen is singing in person, right? So it's really appreciated that you stop by. We really enjoy being able to go over to Kathleen's stream when we can. And then we've been talking about today, Rare Disease Day has been trending. So it's an observance of just the rarest of diseases. Like we talked about how cancer impacts people. And there are rare forms of cancer, right? But cancer by and large is a category that affects a lot of people. There are some diseases that maybe you hear of for the first time 50 years into life, right? Like you have no clue that it exists, and then you meet somebody who's like, oh, my kid was impacted by this, or my grandparents or whatever. And so we wanted to spotlight that today because it was trending on Twitter. So if you do have a story of a rare disease you want to share, you're more than welcome to. But it's just been kind of one of those 2-week periods where it's like you got the war in Ukraine, you got Russia invading Ukraine, you have our father-in-law passing. So there's a lot of reasons to be somber, of course. And then we get a chance to be on the show and feel like myself, at least speaking for myself, for 3 hours. And so I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's an important outlet for both of us for so many reasons. And in talking privately, Ryan and I, about the show and the platform and kind of what we want it to be, we have dreams of GMS as an entity being so much more than just Ryan and I hanging out, playing games and being silly. And to see kind of an early version of GMS isn't us. It's everything we've been building in terms of the show and the people that show up on a daily basis to hang out and have fun with us, and to see a glimpse into that GMS can be what it is, whether we're here or not, is really cool. And so it was fun to experience that last week, and obviously it means a lot to both of us to see people still showing up and having a good time and doing our normal things even when we couldn't be here, and that was really cool.
Thank you so much to the Nuzzinator, Totolino, Mr. RZ. Thank you so much for showing up. P-Mom, welcome back. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the hugs this morning. And everyone who came over from Kathleen L's stream, we really do appreciate it. I always kind of think of like, I kind of think of coincidences sometimes, and it's just kind of, I don't know. Kathleen has definitely sent her audience over here before, but it's kind of, I don't know, coincidental that this is the next last time that you've raided, because there's power in bringing people together. I like to tell you a lot. The show, the reason I want to do is like the Dan Patrick Show has been a big part of my life, and Dan made the audience feel like more than just your everyday traditional media audience. And that's one thing that I've liked about this is we've grown close to some of you, and part of that's the medium, right? Streaming is built a little bit more intimately than a radio show. But that said, we have so many radio show elements that we have an opportunity to maybe entertain you even when you're not able to be active in chat. All of that to say, I'm kind of enjoying the heck out of the best of both worlds, is what I'm trying to say. We get the opportunity to get to know some of you better than maybe we would if we were only on the radio, but we have a chance to do it in a radio-style show Monday through Friday for 3 hours, and I love that. So thank you. Sean, I love you, truly. And
you too.
Likewise. I know. So. All right, let's close things out with one more game of Rocket League, and then we're going to tell you the story. Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Re-News. We'll have our Billy Thundergun Award winner. That goes to someone in our audience who did a tremendous job today in chat. So we'll pass that along, and then we'll have takeaways that were pretty okay, and clip of the day as well. So, P-Mom says, well said. Twitch is special. We've made friends from around the globe. You talked about that earlier, yeah.
Yeah. We're going to swap houses coming up on GMS Travels.
Who knew we were going to be a travel company too, chat? But think about it, if you will. We're in the Pacific Northwest, Sean and I. Look, It's Maiko is in Indiana, and then Austin Attack lives in upstate Western New York. We may never have to couch surf again. Well,
nope. Not
with strangers. we may be sleeping on someone's couch, but at least we'll know who lives there.
That's always a plus.
Today is National Public Sleeping Day, so we shared this list earlier today, which talked about ways to sleep around the world for free, and one was couch surfing. And if you don't know what that is, it's a website that you go and basically say, hey, I'm going to be in Lincoln, Nebraska. Does anyone in Lincoln, Nebraska have a couch that I can sleep on? And someone will say, yes, follow me, stranger. There you go.
So we drew that up perfectly. It's a nice play.
Taladhar, thank you for being here as well. Appreciate it. Thank you for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. KJ said, love you all. I'm not crying. You're crying. There have been tears this week, KJ. Plenty of them, for sure. Brendan goes, honestly, that was one of the things we hoped you had as your takeaway, that you build a great space that you should be proud of. Yeah, we are. Very much so. It's amazing to see. It's amazing to see, because we've had this happen in less like sad moments where people are like, I'd love to help, and I've worked in so much traditional radio where people are not compensated nearly as much as they should be, both in the, well, you're just an intern, or whatever, we know you'll work for free, so we're going to have you work for free in that sense. But then also, even as you progress, there's very few radio jobs that make it easy to live, if you will. And so, like, I don't take as much help as is offered, because I want to be able to get in a place where we can compensate people for the stuff that they do, because you are all very talented, and you deserve to be, make those kind of talents part of what actually produces income, and all those other philosophies I have. But in a pinch, as we saw last week, we definitely said yes to everyone who was willing to do it. Can't thank you enough. So,
indeed. Well, and just to have people we've gotten to know and are lucky enough to call friends now, it's so common for people to say things like, well, if you need anything, let me know. Or like, anytime you need some help, I'm here. And then you reach out and they're like, oh, but I'm busy, or not like that. And so to call people's bluff per se. Anything you need. Okay, how about hosting our show for 15 hours this week, and to have people to step up and not only be willing to do it, but do a stellar job doing it. Is really cool to see how many people truly meant that. If you need anything, let me know. That those weren't just words. Is really cool.
That's so true. And I've even noticed too, people who have taken me up on, because I've said that in that kind of same vein, where it's like, hey, would you mind letting me know if there's anything I can do to help? I'll do the best I can. And I've had people not only take me up on that offer, but then let me do things that I truly enjoy. I've had, like you talked about, where it's like, yeah, absolutely. We could use someone to transcribe these papers into a spreadsheet. And listen, y'all, I can do that, but it is not fun, right? And so instead of have people who are like, hey, I want to talk to you about how, you can help me figure out what I want to do professionally, or, what we can do with our show, and those kind of things. Like, ideas is something that I love probably as much as talking into a microphone. And so everyone who's been so kind to even just give me an opportunity to do those kind of things that like make my brain tingle, it's great. I appreciate it. FHC is here.
I like
Hello,
making Ryan's
FHC.
brain tingle.
The hefty brain tingle. Jordy Jasper's here with the FHC. Hi, Jordy. Thank you, Mister, for the follow on Twitch. We appreciate that. Katesers as well gave us a follow on Twitch. Really appreciate that. You can find us Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. In addition, we have two other shows that we do on a regular basis. That is GMS After Dark with Look It's Myco. That is on Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. And then we have GMS Weekend Edition, which is Sundays at 7 a.m. Pacific time. All of those get streamed in the exact same places, and you can find it at GamingMorningShow.tv. Plus, if you'd subscribe to our YouTube channel, we have right now a GMS Plays exclusive. It is GMS Plays Horizon Forbidden West, and we're up to 4 episodes of that Let's Play. So if you want to see this new game that came out, Sean's playing it on PS5. We were able to see it in spectacular HD, probably even better than the screen that Sean gets to use to play it on. We probably see it better on stream.
Yep. Someday I'll invest in a better, one better monitor, and then maybe not using my other monitor as a old, mid 2000s TV. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Someday. I still have to take my PlayStation upstairs. Maybe we should do that next time we hang out and check out Horizon on, an actual proper TV. It's going to be pretty.
Well, like I told you, I'm already watching it in beautiful 1080p-ish. Anything that's streamed is compressed.
1020p.
It's like 1080u.
PU?
Oh no. It's like that thing that lets you smell what the things are supposed to smell like.
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision, yep.
That game's really picking up steam. The last couple episodes, the timing couldn't have been much worse in terms of trying to get into a new game and make it exciting, and then deal with what we've been dealing with for the last week. But the game is gorgeous, and the game's really picking up steam in terms of the storyline, and we were introduced to some unexpected characters that's really changing what I thought the story was going to be. So yeah, definitely check it out tomorrow and see what's next.
KJ says, despite my lack of sleep and the roller coaster in my stomach, I was very happy. I am very happy. My heart is full of love, in part from this morning. That's very kind of you to say, KJ. Thank you for being such a kind person. And fortunately for us, we live in the same place that you do, so we got to eat your delicious food as the head culinary expert of Gaming Morning Show. Thank you. Downs goes, you make more than my brain tingle. Brendan goes, someone's calling HR. That is the second HR conversation we're going to have after Chris MU went toxic last Monday. So
HR is going to be busy.
Mr. goes, I used to be broke with around 200,000 in the back. 200,000 in the back. I began to listen to Dave Ramsey. Now I'm both broke and homeless and negative $200,000. Dave Ramsey's on the radio. Uh-oh. Don't listen to us. I'm not any better at spending money than some of the folks who have to get out of debt with Dave. So, but Mister, I'm happy you're here, and we would love to see you again Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Kathleen L., as we mentioned, one more shout out to Kathleen. Thank you for sending your audience over here and share everyone with us. If you don't know Kathleen, like I said, is a musician. We've had Kathleen on the show before. We were promoting the song Nervous, and I know that Kathleen has put out additional music very recently. In fact, I happened to be in one of Kathleen's streams when Kathleen was debuting a new song. But we love our artists around here. Austin Attack 12 is a great singer. We have a lot of our folks who have the music in the background that you hear during breaks and throughout the course of the show. Those are some of those folks there. But this is Kathleen L's song Nervous, which is available both in a non-acoustic and this acoustic version on Spotify and anywhere else music is sold.
To make things so complicated, but you didn't know it, they hop that has been gated so many times. Jump in line, with it staring, they fail, and I think you know why. Cause oh, you know you make.
So you can check that out, Spotify and all the other places you can find music. Kathleen L., thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning on Gaming Morning Show. It is time for the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. This is where we recap the headlines of the day video game-wise. Then we're going to share a story about bears. Not Bear, who's behind Sean, but a story about bears.
Making trouble again?
Uh-oh. Maybe it is Bear.
Could be.
And then we're going to name our Billy Thundergun Award winner, takeaways that were pretty okay, and clip of the day as well. All right. Let's start with the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. If you missed any of this, we do it in the 6 o'clock hour. You can find all of the stories on Twitter at WatchGMS. Just search
hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
Once again, here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is still Monday, February 28th, 2022, and this is still your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. And my links are still broken, so get wrecked, links. First news story of the day, we talked about EVO 2022, the annual fighting tournament and celebration. And we learned that for the first time since 2007, EVO is not going to have any Super Smash Brothers games. This is from Adam Bankhurst of IGN. That's right. Nintendo, when asked if Super Smash Brothers could come out and play this year, they said no. There's some speculation that this is due to the fact that Nintendo has partnered with Panda Global for the first officially licensed series of Super Smash Brothers esports tournaments in North America. So perhaps they were just not prepared for the competition. EVO is currently set to take place August 5th through the 7th in Las Vegas. So bummer, sad. So we'll have to wait for whatever this Panda Global tournaments are going to look like for some Super Smash Brothers. But EVO, I'm sure, will still be fun for all the other fighting games. In our next news story, speaking of Nintendo, we had Pokemon Day stream this weekend, and a bunch of stuff was announced for Pokemon fans. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. On February 27th, which by my calculations was yesterday, the Pokemon Company had a stream to celebrate the series and all of the games within. We learned about updates to both Pokemon Go and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl, as well as Pokemon Legends of Arceus. So all of the games got some love during the stream in terms of updates. But the big reveal was the first look at Gen 9 in form of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Generation 9, we saw the new region, although we did not get a name, but it did show off some of the sweeping vistas and some of the Pokemon and whatnot. So we'll learn more about these new Pokemon games over the next few months, as it is due to come out towards the end of the year. And then speaking of Pokemon, in card form this time, a rare Pokemon card, the Pikachu Illustrator from 1998, has sold at auction for $900,000. Breaking a previous record of $375,000, almost tripling that number. Man, that's a lot of money. And then out today is nothing, because Monday's got a Monday.
Yeah, this is like an elite level Monday. Not only did we get back, but out today is like, nope, we don't want to participate.
Yeah, nothing.
But for the first time possibly in GMS history, the reason we won't have a name of the month on time is just because of that.
That's why.
Only
That's why
reason.
we can't do January's name of the month.
All right, let's take you to a story from the AP. This is Beargate 2020. Mike is out ill today, or otherwise we'd send it to the newsroom to see what Maiko is tracking at this hour. It's a bear battalion, reads the headline. Hank the Tank turns out to be 3 bears. Is this the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears? Reimagined?
Perhaps.
Apparently, Hank the Tank is actually a 3-bear battalion. There's DNA evidence that shows that the 500-pound black bear that the public named Hank the Tank is in fact at least 3 not-so-little bears who have damaged more than 30 properties around Lake Tahoe. One of the Hanks smashed a window Friday, squeezed into a house. CBS Sacramento reported police have responded to a bang outside the house, and Hank exited back out the back door. Also known as Jake or Yogi or simply Big Guy, the then solo bear was the one wildlife described as a severely habituated bear.
Nailed it.
And has lost fear of all people and thinks of them as a food source. Yikes. What's problematic about this bear is how large it is. A spokesperson said it's learned to use that size and strength to break into a number of occupied residents, bursting through the garage or through the front door. The 3 Hanks, at least, may well form a brigade. There are 150 incidents reports in the region. There's so many of the bears.
It's Bear Bear's family.
Todd says we're the 3 bears in a trench coat. We'd like to get into the movie, please. Here, the Billy Thundergun Award.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
It goes to Austin, it goes to Mike, it goes to all of our guest hosts last week. It goes to you, everyone in our audience, who, again, allowed us to keep the show going in a way that we preferred, as opposed to, just playing best ofs or something like that over the course of all of last week, as we are obviously coping and grieving with the loss of our father-in-law. Sean and I are brothers-in-law. From all of our wives, I know Hefty Wife was in here on Friday to say thank you. I know Sports Doc Wife was in here today to say thank you. To all of you, you are our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winners. Thank you. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here it is. It's the clip of the day. But this is one of the reasons I am, is because I could at some point say, hey, I want to go stay in Norway for 3 months. And then I find a Norwegian house, someone who wants to rent their house out. And we just say, hey, you're hanging out in Oregon, I'm hanging out in Norway for the next 3 months. Make sure to find that extra attic door that we didn't know we had. Please.
Yeah, that sounds great.
While you're there.
And now that we're meeting people worldwide, we can just set up some GMS home exchanges.
Downs. You want 3 weeks, 3 months in the Pacific Northwest? I'll hold down the pool table.
6.
Number 6, overnight buses/trains. Multitask by traveling and sleeping at the same time. Need a place to stay? Just book a bus ticket overnight and take a little snooze. Or news, whatever. You can news if you want to.
You can leave your news behind.
This
Hefty Brain needed to be able to be back on this show.
Yep.
You can news if you want to. Is that the new way that we toss? Do we have Bob give us a you can news if you want to toss into the at this hour segment?
Maybe.
I think we'll write it down. Chat, what are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's episode of Gaming Morning Show? And then we'll send you over to Ellis the Kid. In just chatting this morning, doing an interactive chat, I talk a lot about... No, sorry, rather, Ellis says, I talk a lot and sometimes play games. I don't look like Tom Holland. You can say good morning from GMS if you would be so kind this morning. We would certainly appreciate it. Thank you again, Kathleen L., for giving us the raid this morning on Twitch. And if you are not following Kathleen L. on Twitch, certainly would like you to do that. As Kathleen has been a great, kind person to the show. So thank you so much for being here. Sean, what is your takeaway that is pretty okay?
My takeaway is something that I do already, but it was just reconfirmed during the show, and that's that I love what we do, and I love all the people we get to do it with, and that show up here every day to hang out with us, and give us that peace of mind that you guys aren't going anywhere.
Yeah,
feels nice.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. That we appreciate it. Down says my takeaway is that GMS is amazing. I miss you guys. But Austin was amazing. 12 also. Amazing 12. Chris's my takeaway is that. Oh, that we're glad you're back. Chris, thank you so much. You were one of the folks who offered to help us probably more than we took you up on. So thank you for doing all that you do. And be sure to join Chris for GMS Weekend Edition coming up on Sunday. Takeaway from KJ, my life has forever changed because GMS came into my life. Yeah, y'all are too kind. You were too kind. You all went the sentimental route. I'm going to go with, I learned that cursed, as far as Downs is concerned, is spelled CRSED. Cuz the U never hits with JF Downs. It's rough. But funny.
So good.
It's rough. Also, Unkyphonic is going to buy my kids all their Pokemon games from here on out. Thank you, Super Uncle Unkyphonic. House goes, damn you. Please say good morning from GMS. We will be back tomorrow as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Please give us a subscription on YouTube and check out Horizon Forbidden West GMS Plays series, episode 1 through 4 out now, plus the initial live version, episode 0. And we will have a new episode out tomorrow at noon Pacific time. For Sean, for Mike, for Austin, I am Hefty Goof. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for being here on Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.